很多北歐人總覺得，論高端生活，我們才是頂奢體驗的天花板。中國的大城市不過是鋼筋水泥的快速堆砌。這個見慣了歐洲頂級酒店的白富美，出發前還在暗暗擔心，中國的住宿會不會配不上自己多年來的旅行標準。
Hello and good morning from Heathrow Airport. I am going to Shanghai. I'm actually low-key freaking out because I can't remember the last time I was this excited for a trip. I've been dreaming about going to China for years. I was actually signed up to do my semester abroad in China, in Beijing, and then obviously COVID happened and nothing ended up going through. And ever since, I've been dreaming about going back to China one day. And today is that day. So welcome back to my solo travel series. We are going solo to Shanghai. Let's go!
直到推開那扇藏在法租界深處的百年老洋房木門，他才發現自己過去幾十年對高端生活的認知原來全錯了。很多人聽到北歐富姐來中國旅行，第一反應都是她肯定是來體驗不一樣的異域風情。可在那之前，不管是她自己，還是很多沒來過中國的海外網友，心裡都藏着太多固化的印象。有人覺得中國的城市發展太快，早就把老祖宗留下的老房子拆得一乾二淨，全是冰冷的高樓大廈。有人覺得中國的高端酒店肯定不如歐洲的有底蘊，畢竟歐洲才有那麼多傳承了上百年的老牌酒店，有刻在骨子裡的歷史沉澱。還有人覺得中國的生活肯定沒有北歐方便，畢竟我們有完善的福利體系，有慢悠悠的舒適節奏。可這個心心念念中國好幾年的姑娘，用她這3天的真實體驗，把這些固有印象一個接一個全部打碎了。真正的中國從來不是網傳的樣子，所有誤解都源於從未親身踏足。手裡拿着飛往上海的機票，那種激動的心情，他自己都說
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first ever business class trip. You guys know I literally always travel economy when I travel, but I decided to treat myself for this 13-hour flight. Well, actually, it's turning out to be a 14-hour flight because we are an hour delayed, but I'm just chilling. Also, got some amenities, the White Company toiletries kit, sleep mask, some toothpaste and toothbrush, little perfume. Ta-da!
他已經迫不及待了，迫不及待要落地上海，去摸一摸他想了好幾年的那片土地。落地之後，他拖着行李，跟着指示牌找磁懸浮列車。其實他之前也做了攻略，但是真的到了這麼大的浦東機場，看着人來人往的大廳，他還是有點懵。雖然有點摸不着頭腦，但是那種陌生又新鮮的感覺讓他覺得特別有意思。這就是他第一次接觸中國的日常，那種人來人往但是又井井有條的鮮活感，和他在北歐習慣了的安靜節奏完全不一樣，但是一點都不混亂，反而充滿了生命力。終於到了酒店，推開房間門的那一刻，他直接癱在了沙發上。14個小時的飛行，加上跨時區的時差，他整個人都快散架了。他對着鏡頭吐槽
I got into the room, I sat myself down on the sofa, and I literally nearly passed out. Like, I'm so tired. My brain and my whole body is like shutting down, I think, because of the jet lag. But I cannot fall asleep right now because it is midday here in China. And if I fall asleep, I will wake up in the middle of the night. So we are going to go out. I have my Pastel packing cubes. I'm going to put on, I think, a pair of jeans. These will do.
他洗了把臉，換了條優衣庫的牛仔褲，穿上呢子大衣，拿上自己的 Miu Miu 包，就出門了。酒店離法租界走路也就10分鐘。他其實早就饞中國的小吃饞了好久，之前看別的博主吃小籠包，他就口水直流，這次終於能自己吃到了。他點了有名的小籠包，還有一個暄軟的大包子。他從去年在東京之後，就一直對抹茶味的東西念念不忘，所以他又點了一杯開心果抹茶拿鐵。因為那天上海有點冷，只有10度、11度的樣子，喝杯熱的剛好暖身子。結果第一口喝下去，他整個人都亮了，忍不住對着鏡頭喊
Oh my god, what? It's like the perfect matcha latte, foamy with like pistachio. Oh my god, pistachio cream? I am not the biggest fan of warm matcha, but this one, I will be coming back for this one.
过了几天，他又去逛的时候，又点了一杯抹茶。这次的更绝，上面的奶泡居然做成了小羊的造型。
Look at my matcha! I got a vanilla matcha with like a vanilla foam and obviously a little sheep design. It's so cute. As I said yesterday, I am not the biggest fan of hot matcha. I always prefer it cold. But I have to say, this is an incredible matcha. The foam is like the perfect amount of sweetness. The matcha is super good. One caveat is it only comes with regular milk, no oat milk, no soy milk, no anything. But if you can have regular milk, do try this out because...
后来他打了個滴滴，從淮海中路去浦東，15分鐘就到了上海溫室花園。一進去，他就忍不住捂住了嘴，說這裡簡直瘋狂，美到讓人窒息。真的，他跟鏡頭說
This is the coolest greenhouse I have ever been to.
各種各樣的植物，還有漂亮的景觀。他逛了好久，還問了旁邊的本地人，什麼時候來這裡最好？本地人跟他說，3月底、4月還有5月是來上海玩最好的時候，天氣不冷不熱，還有櫻花季。他聽了之後有點小遺憾，說可惜我來的還是太早了，就差一點點。不過沒關係，就算沒有櫻花，這裡的景色也已經夠美了。他還逛了蘑菇樂園，逛了上海花園，逛了圓形劇場，還看到了裡面的咖啡店和小吃店。
Another day, another xiaolongbao. I did get told by some Chinese friends that I should mainly try to eat xiaolongbao when in Shanghai because they're the best at it. Does that mean eat it for every single meal? I don't think so, but here we are. I'm at this place called Jiajia Tangbao. It's apparently recommended by locals and it's supposed to have really good dumplings. Unfortunately for me, the portions here are quite big, so I had to get the 2 options that had 6 in them, essentially. So this, I think, is crab, and this is... it's truffle. Okay, let's try.
到了他在上海的最後一個完整的日子，他睡了個懶覺，因為前一天晚上他半夜被鄰居吵醒，就再也睡不着了。時差還沒完全倒過來，凌晨3點的時候，他還以為已經是早上了，爬起來才發現天還是黑的，所以他乾脆睡了個懶覺。起來之後，他終於有空，給大家做那個他念叨了好久的房間參觀。他對着鏡頭認真地說
My favorite thing to do when I travel, and especially when I travel really far, is try to find places that are authentic and historical. And this hotel has a super cool history, which is it used to be a whole neighborhood of Shanghainese townhouses in the former French concession. I think dating back to the 1930s, which means this house is almost 100 years old. Unfortunately, this whole neighborhood and all the houses were planned to be demolished. But then the hotel came in and decided to restore and save the houses and build essentially a hotel here. So, yeah, let me show you around.
他帶着鏡頭從門口開始逛。他說，當你走進來時，我們的客廳裝飾得非常漂亮，我也非常喜歡這裡的入口區域。這棟房子很狹窄，所以要到不同的房間需要走很多樓梯，往上走一層就是第2個客廳。其實也像個小型圖書館加休息室，這兒還有個吧台哦。他指着吧台說，這兒居然還有歐特里燕麥奶，太棒了。2樓就是臥室，這可能是我整個房子裡最喜歡的房間了。他指着牆上的黃色壁紙，眼睛都在發光。接下來是3樓，住這房子就是得多爬樓，天天鍛鍊。這裡有浴缸、淋浴、日式馬桶，還有個洗手台，所有的設施都是最現代化的。最後咱們來看第4層，他賣了個關子，然後推開門，那一刻他的聲音都拔高了。
It's my own private roof place. Like in the summer, the sun's out, it's 30 degrees. You're having your breakfast here. Very nice.
修整好了之後，他又出门了。整個上午，他都在法租界這邊逛。他從武康大樓出發，一路逛走到安福路。他說，這2條路簡直太適合閒逛、購物，還有各種好咖啡館和餐廳了。這片區域真的超級讚，我是真的超級喜歡這裡。他走在路上，看着路邊的小店，看着來往的行人，臉上的笑就沒停過。他說，今天天氣簡直完美， 我都笑到停不下來，因為真的太開心了，到處都是好玩的東西，可愛的要命。路上還遇到了幾隻小狗狗，他停下來對着小狗拍了好久。
The French concession all morning. This was actually the perfect day to do it because I feel like it was a little bit too cold when I arrived on Friday to do a proper full day of exploration. Also, I was quite jet lagged. I started in Wukang Road with the Wukang building, and then I made my way all the way up to Anfu Road, and I'm at the end of that road now. Honestly, these two roads are perfect for exploration, shopping, good cafes, good restaurants. Honestly, a really nice area as well. I really, really like it. But there's still one area that I haven't been to yet that I really want to see, and that is by the Bund or the Skyline. So I ordered a DD there, which should be arriving now. Yeah, he's here.
不管你在哪儿，只要掏出手機點一下，幾分鐘車就來，特別方便。很快他就到了南京路，這是他上海之旅的最後一站。他逛着路邊的小店，突然看到了一堆史迪奇的鑰匙扣，他一下子就走不動路了，對着鏡頭喊
Oh my god, I've been wanting one of these. It's like the Stitch with the keychain holder in a plushy material. Sorry, I did not describe that very well. It's sold out everywhere. Should I get one?
最後他選了綠色的，拿着那個小小的鑰匙扣，開心的像個拿到了新玩具的小朋友。買完了小東西，他就走到了外灘，等着天黑，等着看上海的天際線。他站在江邊，看着對面浦東的高樓，看着旁邊的萬國建築博覽群，那種新舊交織的感覺一下子就擊中了他。他站在那裡看了好久，沒有說話，只是靜靜地看着。這就是他心心念念了好幾年的上海，這就是他這幾天走過的、摸過的、愛過的城市。這趟旅程終於圓滿了。
本期故事到這裡就結束了，我是南風，感謝您的觀看。